So, what's going on? It's Michael, reality hacker. Super excited to see you here today, and I'm super excited to talk about what we're talking about today. We're talking about SPs, we're talking about significant people. It's a very trending subject in our space. Obviously, if you are in the business or the realm of consciously creating your life, like any other human, you're not only wanting to create a career, a job path, a business, a legacy for yourself, but you're wanting to build that with somebody else. And before we dive into this, I want to let you know that it's okay to want to be with somebody. I myself am I'm deeply sensitive, deeply emotional. I love relationships. I have manifested tons and tons and countless significant people in my life. And, when it comes to really bringing these types of people in your life, I think the one thing that most of us get caught up on, especially if we've got some sort of abandonment issue or worthiness issues or any sort of trauma or limiting beliefs that surround fundamental adequacy, we're going to place a lot higher of an importance upon an SP or a significant person. And what I've realized here is that whenever I put something or somebody else on a pedestal, and this applies to anything that we're manifesting, whenever I put something or somebody on a pedestal, I ultimately dilute my own power, right? I'm idolizing. I am saying that this thing has more power than me. This thing is controlling me, right? If it's controlling my movements, my actions, this is where a lot of us get caught up. We get so caught up in the desire to have that we don't even understand that most of the time our desire and our engagement with our own desire is coming from a place of lack. And this is why searches for people take on tendencies of desperation, of lack, of not enoughness, mixed signals, red flags, you name it. Here's the thing. You will never, ever attract the right person until you are the right you, right? The people, the world, the reality that we experience, it is a shade of our state of consciousness, right? Creation is finished. Everything is already done. We don't create reality, we generate reality. By stepping in the states of consciousness, we experience a world that reflects that state of consciousness. The same thing happens with an SP, and I want you to think about a lot of the dynamics of actually having an SP, right? If you are, you have a significant person in your life or somebody that you have a close relationship with, you're not sitting here desperate to be with them. There might be a sense of longing if they go to the grocery store, but it's not this sense of desperation, this sense of, oh my gosh, my true nature, my fundamental nature is affected by this person being in or out of my life. And man, I will tell you what, when you are able to really step into the self-sufficiency of you being all imagination, right? You are consciousness, you are God experiencing itself as a human for a short while. This is the fundamental factor in successfully manifesting SPs into your life. Significant people, I must be totally okay, content, and thriving in who I am, independently of anything else around me. Every single time I have brought a significant person into my life to play a role that I am eager for somebody else to play the role of, my first step is to live my life. My first step is ultimately to go do the things that I want to do. And if I haven't found what I want to do, I probably shouldn't be looking for a significant person yet, because when that person does come, I will most likely end up building my identity around them. You need to have your own identity. You need to have your path, and you need to be walking on this. And if we take it from another perspective, right? If we think about the reasons we want an SP, it can be admiration, it can be respect, it can be affection, it can be closeness. The reasons can vary in multitudes. But the question I have for everybody, you, me, anybody that wants to manifest an SP, is ultimately, how much am I going throughout my day giving myself those emotions before I'm looking for somebody else to give them to me? Because the reality is, if I'm looking for somebody else to give me those emotions and I'm not giving them to myself, the chances are, even if I do, and it's not really a chance, it's a guarantee, if I do manifest an SP, because I've not found those emotions, that centeredness in myself, I won't find it in that person. And probably what's going to happen is I'll get my identity wrapped up, turn into codependency. A lot of the things that we say are, the reason why twin flames are a thing, right? Twin flames tend to be known for being very toxic, very intense. A lot of different words here. I am not, biased either way in the concept of twin flames, but I do know that twin flames tend to be people who are looking for their identity in other people rather than looking for their identity in themselves. And this is the most crucial part of manifesting, of generating, of bringing a significant person into your life, is you have to be living in your prime, right? Why wouldn't you want to, right? Don't you want to, we talk about wanting affection, right? Don't we want that person to see us in the middle of what we are doing, what we are happy in? That's, for me, that's always been a big thing. And I have manifested so many SPs simply by stepping into my passion and my purpose, because you know what? When you're in your center, when you're in your passion, when you're in your purpose, you light up. And people naturally light up around you. And the person that's on that frequency, they will be sifted through the crowds and they will be attracted to you. But until you are completely content in and of yourself, living your life, stepping into your dreams, building your legacy, you're always going to be worried about bringing this person into your life. You're always going to be overly concerned. Let it go. I tell our clients this all the time. I know you want a relationship. I know you want this. Your first job is to let go of the need to want. It's imperative. And I know it sucks. It's frustrating because we place so much value in the relationship. But the more you begin to place value in yourself and understand that your relationships are a byproduct of the value that you place and access inside of yourself, you will begin to more carefully cultivate your relationships, and the right people begin to come, the wrong people will go away. So as we're diving into this, right, me understanding a couple things here. What are the most important things to understand with this concept of bringing an SP into my life? First is that I am God, I am consciousness, I am source, I am the entirety of the multiverse experiencing itself through the lens of being a human. And because of that, I am fully whole, content, complete, and amazing, right? The second concept here is that if I want to receive the affection, the admiration, the closeness, I have to give it to myself. I have to give it to myself. Knowing you're infinite and giving everything you want from somebody else to yourself and becoming obsessed in that, running with that. Guarantee you a couple things are going to happen. One, you're going to stop even thinking about the fact that you wanted the affection from that other person because you're actually giving it to yourself. Most of the time, you are so capable. Most of the time, we shoot ourselves in the foot by thinking that we need somebody else to actually complete us or give us something that we don't yet have. And when you understand that you have everything in the multiverse, not just the universe, because you are the source of the universe experiencing itself as a human for a short while, you understand that you do not truly need anything. And from here, the old adage comes into play. Needing nothing attracts everything. Sound good? I hope you've enjoyed today's video. As always, if you got some revelation, share it with me. I love engaging. I love hearing your thoughts. I love hearing your comments. Let's talk about it more. Are there video concepts that you want me to talk about? Please let me know. I definitely want to create more content that is fitting, that is ideal, that definitely helps you take your understanding of the laws and creating reality to a whole new level. Being said, I'm Michael from Reality Hacker, signing off.